My name is Jonni McCoy and I'm author and founder of Miserly Moms. And welcome to part 3 of Saving Money. And today we're going to talk about the cost of working. Many people think that if they need money, they go out and find a job, which in most cases is a very accurate thing. But it's something that needs to be evaluated before you automatically assume that that's going to solve your problems. Often there are many expenses to working, many costs of working that people don't factor in. And so these are some of the things that we needed to help people evaluate. The financial experts have done research that cost of working can range anywhere from $9 to $25 an hour, maybe even upwards of that depending upon the kind of job you have. But the costs that go into these factors are taxes, often the second income. If there's 2 people in a household working, the second income might bump the joint income up to the next tax bracket. So this is something that needs to be evaluated before you decide that having more money will actually help you, because it may actually not help you because both spouses will then have a reduction in how much is actually brought home. So you need to take a look at that. Food is another thing. Our food budget went up 4 times when I worked as opposed to when I didn't work. And the reason for that is you're not able to shop sales. You're dropping into one store and buying everything in the same store, which never is a really good idea. You're relying more on convenience foods because you don't have time to cook. You need stuff that's fast when you get home from work. So the food bill can go up, quite a bit that way. There's your gasoline, your commuting, your insurance. Our insurance increased at the time. They went from a leisure car to a commuter car, which some insurance companies carry. We had parking fees. My clothing expenses went up. There's also things that happen at work. Coworkers want to go to lunch. There's birthday parties that that you need to bring something to. A lot of variety of things. And then of course there's childcare. That's a very expensive item that many people forget to factor in. So when you take all of these into account, often what you're bringing home could be $1 an hour or less. I actually met people who were paying more to work than they were bringing home, and they had never realized it till we sat down and put all this together. So the cost of working is something that you definitely want to sit down and do to make sure that what you're bringing home is actually worth it. Often I am asked if by choosing to stay home and choosing to cut the budget that I have deprived my children of some opportunities that I would be able to give them if I was working. Would they be able to join more sports programs or arts or whatever else? Could we take them on ski trips as opposed to lesser costing vacations? And these are all items that I get asked, aren't you depriving your children by not giving them those things? And I have done a lot of research with psychologists to make sure that my own feelings were validated with scientific fact. And basically the bottom line is the children are better off with more time with the parents than they are with more money and more fancy trips or more fancy sports. And I'm not saying those things aren't important, but if you come down to a choice, the choice is they really need more time with you. There are plenty of things that we found to do for free. It gave us a whole lot of opportunity to be creative with one another and find ways to enjoy each other's company, because that's really what a lot of those opportunities are about, is how can we enjoy each other's company and have some good family time together. And you don't need a large paycheck to make that happen. Psychologists have proven that the bond with the parents is really foundational to the children's development. And that to me was far more important than any bonus or any paycheck or any raise that I could have gotten, because children they're small adults that you are raising and to become the next generation. And who better than you to invest that time in them? So we do without a few things in the meantime, but we give them that great foundation. If you feel the heartstrings tugging on you to spend more time with your children and you feel that you can't afford to do that, but you'd like to start exploring how you can do that, there are a few things that you should consider. First, follow your heart. Make sure you don't squash that. It's very, very important. Begin to find moms who are at home already so that you have some support system. Begin to talk to them about how they do things. Get a little bit of more information on that. Then start implementing some of the Miserly guidelines. Start saving money in certain areas. Putting that money aside, don't go spend it. Go put it aside for the rainy day expenses, for those emergency funds, or for those special trips with the kids. take some baby steps in that direction. Then when you and your husband are ready to do it, you can do it. There's plenty of support out there. If you don't think that you can do it full-time, then perhaps do it half-time. Take a baby step in that direction. Half of your day is better than no day at all with your kids. So go ahead and take that step out, because anything that you set your mind to, you can do it. I had no frugal training. I was raised very affluent, and if I can figure out how to do this, anyone can figure out how to do this. Being frugal is not genetic.